Alrighty, it is I, your Redstone Wizard, here with you again today. I gotta tell ya, I'm probably not gonna use this software again for the time lapse. Just 'cause it is a little skippy here, but welcome to the video. I encourage you to hang out until the end. If you've commented before, you may hear your name mentioned. But I'm just going to go ahead and let you know that this had some technical issues going on. So you'll see me going through the process here of getting the walls up, but unfortunately, some things will come up. Now, I have had, a couple of things come up in terms of things I was thinking about doing for a video. However, speaking with one of my server members, kind of talked me into not. But I am interested to know how you guys out there do feel about learning new mechanics, which sometimes have negative consequences. In terms of server impact, or if you yourself like to play a survival game. But I myself, I like to play survival. I don't like to dupe items or cheat them in, unless it's something which is necessary to be a server head or something like that. But, I generally, I sat here and AFK'd for this Prismarine. I didn't dupe it or anything. So I definitely, I found a duplication glitch, which is kind of interesting, but I'm not going to be sharing it unless an extreme amount of interest is shown to want it. But I appreciate you guys taking the time to listen to me rant here, and let's go ahead and get on back to our video. Catch you guys a little bit later. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize. Technical difficulties prevented my super fast building to occur for more than like 2 minutes at a time, which in terms of a time lapse is like blop and it's done. So that didn't work out well for me, and I apologize. It makes it kind of difficult, but as you see here, Issa done. All those walls are finally up. It has taken days upon days, just kind of standing in the middle of that Guardian farm as I sleep, and getting all them beautiful Guardian drops to my belly, and we've gone ahead and set this all up. Now, that does not mean the end of my AFKing here at the Guardian, because we have a nether that is in requirement of the same kind of prismarine. So, we're not done with prismarine. Not by a long shot. As a matter of fact, I rather enjoy the look of the blocks. I especially like the dark prismarine. It's beautiful. But I'll have to make some of that up, and I do plan on incorporating it into the nether a little bit here and there. Now, one of the other things that I'm thinking about doing is using the terracotta blocks in order to kind of lay out some of the pathways, but I'm not sure if that will work very well. Now, just to explain a couple of things that we got going on in here. Alright, so we do have the Guardian farm, which is basically just a big old glass brick right up there. There are plenty of tutorials online. It did take me quite a significant amount of time to get this all done, but it's pretty well squared away right now. Now, over here, we have a villager's automatic farming system, in this case, carrot, and what we're looking at here is basically this little guy goes around and he'll pick up any of the carrots that happen to grow. And when he does, he'll throw them onto the farmland, which is available. When he does so, that one farmland, that one, well, also this one too, but that's why it's glass, happens to be at just the darkness level that he is unable to plant a carrot. And you'll see it there. And because of that, the carrot immediately pops out. You can kind of see it here. There's a mine cart, which actually allows me to go ahead and suck that right through that block and go ahead and get it into this system. Now I leave another hopper down here full of carrots to plop a shulker box right down here and fill it on up. Same thing over here with our potato guy. I have had a couple of unfortunate accidents when it came to the carrot guy. He's turned into a zombie on me like 3 times, and his predecessor died in that manner. So, yeah, had a couple of issues, but you know, this guy haven't nearly had as many issues. It's been actually the same guy the whole time. I haven't even needed to cover him over. I had to cover him over because he turned so many times. It's awful. Now I do get about 1 shulker box per probably 6 hours of being AFK over here. So you get, you know, you get about a shulker box of carrots for just hanging out over here, and that's not too bad. Same thing with the potatoes, and those make for some pretty great trading. Now, I just put up this system just a little bit ago, in which I basically just have this sitting out here. Now, I do notice this problem quite frequently, where if we leave the area, the minecart will get stuck. And the only fix that we really have for that is take another minecart and smack it into it. So, okay, so if you can't find one, you make one. So I'll go ahead and just put a quick minecart on that track over here, and it will give a nudge to that minecart and send it on its way. Now, the important thing is to make sure that you know the directionality you're going in with it, and for me, it really, I'm going to bump it over. Oh, man. Ah, I had bad placement. You're supposed to place it right here on the edge so that you have the ability to give it a nudge. And I, again, fail at placing. See if I can try it again. Right on the edge here. Can I give you a nudge? Nope. Alright, fine then. I will have to do it over here. So we'll put our minecart down and give it a nudge. And it'll travel on off. Now that is not a hopper minecart. Not a hopper minecart, so it's not going to pick up the items, but it will go ahead and it'll do what the other hopper minecart does and dip down below, but it'll bump against that minecart. When it does, it'll start going, and we can go ahead and give it a kick thereafter to kind of keep it off the track. So we'll see here in just a second. Boom. Then we got the bump. We can go ahead and whack that cart and get it back. Now, because this does happen sometimes, I'm going to go ahead and put it, you know, in the system. Now, I'm not entirely sure, but I think there may be, yeah, you can kind of see it. There's a skeleton that has somehow managed to make himself into that system. And you can see his shadow kind of bobbing on there. He's been in there for a little while. For some reason, and I don't know if this is a bug or what this is, but we happen to have a redstone set up on top here, which should prevent the spawns, but unfortunately it did not. I had to come up here and spam some torches, and I actually ran out of sea lanterns just a little bit, but you can kind of see him in there. Hey, buddy. How you doing? How you doing? You want to die? Thank you. But ever since I got the light up here, they haven't really had much of a spawning potential. So the minecart will go ahead and pick up all the good goodies. As you see, it probably completely filled up, which means there's probably some melon left there. But I have this this hopper clock over here, which allows me to go ahead and await an entire hopper's load of dirt to be funneled through twice before it's able to go back. And that allows the minecart enough time to travel through the entire system and then come back and give it enough time to actually empty its entire load. Now you can see here that the melon, for some reason, is actually holding a priority in the system. And I don't know entirely why that is, but it is. It's going there that way. We got at least one shulker box full of them. We can see here we're probably going to have, based off the amount, at least a second shulker box full of melons. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a quick shulker box and switch those out. And it's a very similar system to what you got over there. And the reason I do this is because I'd really like it so that, you know, the people here who are on the realm who may desire to also use this this AFK farm. This is a community build, ladies and gentlemen. You guys can come over here and use it and pretty much anytime you want. The resources that are in here are available. If there are any that are left behind, they are up for grabs. So if you happen to play on here and you need some prismarine, then you can come right on over. I'll warn you, I myself empty this bad boy out on a regular basis. So if there's anything in there that you didn't grab, I'm going to grab it. But you need fish? We got fish. You need prismarine crystals and prismarine shards for some lanterns? We got you covered. Feel free to stop on by. You happen to die around here, and I do have this to kind of pick up some of the slack. But overall, this is pretty a dope of a farm. Let me see, the minecart's gone off again on its due diligence. This one, definitely super OP. Super OP, this one. The number of melon and pumpkins that I have in there, the fact that it goes off every, like, probably 5 minutes or so it goes off. You'll see that minecart floating around. It's pretty good. Now, I do have a plan for this here corner. If you've been down here a little bit with me, you notice that some slimes sometimes spawn, and they spawn from over here in this corner. Now, unfortunately, I don't know the exact spawn chunk for the slime, but I'm basically going to wait until the magma blocks come out, and I'm going to put some magma blocks in around here, put a couple of platforms for the slime to spawn on, and some golems for them to be attracted to, and then they'll go ahead and fall down to their death where I'll pick up their items. So, you know, I've got plans. I've got plans, ladies and gentlemen. It is going to happen, but this corner has to wait until we get the Better Together update so that we can go ahead and enjoy that. So, other than that, you know, I do have one other thing I want to do with you guys here today other than get this done and talk to you about it. I created a video regarding this particular thing over here, which is pretty awesome. Minecart elevator, and this is on my realm server, so you guys can actually see that this works in a realm, in a server style. It actually does work just fine. There was a minor change to some of the timing that had to take place because of the difference, but as you can see here, I have either covered over with water or have slabbed pretty much everything that you can see within the radius out here, and that is to increase the efficiency of the actual Guardian farm down below. And I have lit up the caves in and around the area. I don't think I've done a perfect job at those caves, but, you know, I've done a job. Alright, I did something, so go me. But as you can see here, you can just actually hop back into this cart and give yourself a good old knockdown, and you'll fall. but you won't take hardly no damage. A little suffocation damage because of how you kind of fall, but you can just walk right on out, and no problem. That bad boy will come to a resting stop down there. So the elevator works beautifully, and I am actually going to be placing quite a few of these around the world, because rather than going up a ladder to like get up to world height or something, if you can just kind of hop in this bad boy, and it doesn't take too terribly long, just a moment, and boom, you go up pretty quick. And you don't even have to do anything. Look, ma, no hands. So you'll be able to just sit there and enjoy a quick ride up to the area you can jump off with your elytra on. And then, of course, you are going up there, so I'm hoping you have an elytra. Otherwise, you may want to bring yourself something like an ender pearl or something of that nature. But you'll fall right on down through, and out we can walk. Now, I do have a couple of these bears, and I'm not sure why you can't see the name tag on him, but I actually have that one named. I believe that's Papa Bear. But the polar bears. So I found a baby polar bear, and I was leading it back with the lead, and the two adult bears, they really wanted my blood because of it. They killed me once, rip me, but I managed to get my items back, managed to get the baby bear through the lead all the way over here, and I did a kind of funny thing. I kind of cut out the edge of this a little bit, so the water was flowing down through, and then got the bears attracted, and they kind of just fell right on down in. It worked out pretty simple, pretty easy. It took me like 10 minutes to do it. It was nice. And then they walked into the nether on me over here. So I've got two bears, a baby bear and a mama bear, which are no longer here. They're somewhere in the world. They wandered into the nether and wandered through one of the other portals. So if you guys happen to see one of the other polar bears randomly dotted with a name tag, that's me. So, I did have a glitch that occurred to me where I ended up losing my boots. I ended up losing some of my diamond pickaxe that was silk touch. Just a couple of things that were rather handy. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hop on into my own personal bookshop, grab a few books, and I'm going to hop into the end for a little ender, and enchanting session. So I will be back with you guys in just a bit. So, for those of you guys in my realm here who don't quite know where the end is, I've got this set up right down here, and you'll notice that there is also a zombie spawner down here, as well as a spider spawner, both of which have been set up in farm type. However, the zombie is experiencing issues, so I have disabled it. However, the spider farm works perfectly fine should you need string or wool, or if you need spider eyes for a potion. Then you can head down here and just go to the left instead of through this portal. But we'll look down immediately because Endermen are nasty, and I did not bring a sword. Smooth move. That is another thing that I lost and need to recover, so maybe I will be doing something with that. But in the meantime, we're just going to continue to look down so that we don't look at Enderman. Now, we did have an old Ender, which was located in through here. And I'm going to go ahead and get some of the materials from here. Now, to prevent myself from looking at Enderman and getting hurt, I'll just walk backwards down the stairs here. Alright, so you see here we've got bookshelves, we've got an enchanting table, we've got lapis, ooh, another anvil, some stuff that's down here, and we are going to kind of nab this. I don't care about the chests. The hoppers are fine to stay, but I'm going to go ahead and grab the anvils, and I am going to go ahead and just grab these, but I want to wait until I have silk touch, because it's better than making them over and over again. But I'll plan it all out and plant this stuff in, and all that good jazz. In the meantime, I have some repairing and some enchanting to be doing, so I'll be back with you guys again in just a little while. But I do, before I actually cut out here, I'm going to show you guys again over here to where the Ender itself actually lay now. We have the Endermite, who is up there, hopefully safe from spawnage. I have actually created this nice, lovely ladder right here, which allows you to be able to get right down to the Ender without any fuss or muss. However, it does open up a spot for an Enderman to be in, so kind of don't look down, I would say is the best advice I can provide to you. But once you're down here, it can get a little bit of extra laggy. So we have a water bucket that we have on the wall. It's important you leave this water bucket here, and I'm thinking that I might place a dispenser out at some point in time so you can just hit a button, but that allows a bunch of Endermen to just die. As a result, any lag you may be feeling goes away. Also, when you happen to be in this mode, not only do you get tons of pearls, but these guys are all dying around. If you've even whacked them and they die via another means, you still get the XP. So you end up being able to do things like repair your mending gear and stuff like that quite easily. But anywho, guys, I will get back with you guys again in just a little while. I'm going to go ahead and fix me up some gear. Alrighty, so I have come back from the Ender, and I am all geared up and ready to rumble. So, the next thing I'm going to do is I am going to be setting up some nice starter kits for some new members we're going to be looking to add on. As of when this video comes out, there will probably be a video later that day to invite some new members. Now, I do only invite so many at a time, and I did run out of space on the last video, but we did have a few people who expressed interest. So we've got like Jesse the Kid, Kudzi716, Ender Plays MCPE, as well as Zelnoise, and so on and so on. So we definitely have some interest, and if I happen to see your name show up a second time, then I will be more than happy to extend that invitation. There is a couple of you guys that I have gone ahead and taken a look at your content, such as Jesse the Kid, and Kudzu716, so I am very interested in having you guys on. I hope that I might be able to see you guys kind of respond again, and if we see you, then I will have your starter kits and everything ready to go. You guys can hop on and see what this is like, add to this world. We appreciate it. As always, if you liked me, throw a like down. I need it. I needs it. And subscribe if you really liked what you saw around here. And I hope to see you guys all real soon. Bye.